Mr. Bloxham here, we're just going to do chicken Kiev. First thing, I've washed my hands. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to chop the stuff up for it so I'm not touching the raw meat. And once I've touched the raw meat, I can wash my hands. That's why I'm chopping the parsley first. I'm chopping the parsley. I've got a couple of cloves of garlic here. Normally I'd have a bit more than this. I've only got 2 cloves. But I'm going to do some with cheese and ham. So I'm going to do 2 Kievs. And they can have 1 clove of garlic each. Normally I'd be a bit more generous with that's all the garlic we've got. So I'll put a bit of parsley in it as well, or you can put chives in it or some other herbs. Skins I'll just leave there for a minute. So chop the garlic up, I'll cut the end off. If I was to do loads and loads of these, I'd do them in the food processor, the garlic cloves. If I was making 20 or 30 portions of this, so anything over 10 I'd probably, 10 or 15 I'd probably use the machine. So chop a bit of garlic up. And that's all going to get mixed with the butter. Now soften this butter in the microwave for about 10 seconds. So get a spoon, stir it up together. If it's not quite soft enough, you have to microwave it a bit more, but this should be just okay. So give it a good stir up. And this is going to go into a piping bag. We don't have to do it in a piping bag. I'm going to get into a piping bag because I'm going to try and get it in the middle of it, but you don't have to do that if you haven't got a piping bag. So I've got a little metal nozzle on here. Make sure you put it down like this, in here, so I don't waste any of the garlic butter. Push it all the way down. Now sometimes when you serve it, you can actually serve little bits of it. So I could serve 3 little bits on top. 1 of each one. Sometimes it melts over the top, they do that in restaurants quite often. So leave that to one side for a minute. Now I need to get the breadcrumbs. Oh, and the eggs. So I need egg wash and breadcrumbs. So 2 eggs. In the bin. I've got some seasoned flour. Now I need quite a lot of salt in it. So I've already put the pepper in, but you do need a reasonable amount of salt, otherwise it'll be tasteless. So I'm going to do nearly a good ½ teaspoon of salt. Yeah, a good ½ teaspoon of salt, yeah. A little bit more, otherwise it'll be tasteless. Whisk the eggs up with a fork. So I've got flour, egg wash, and breadcrumbs. Now this machine here, I'm going to do some breadcrumbs. So I could take the crust off if I want to, but I don't mind a few crusts on there. You can hold the top on, put it in here like so. Now this machine's weird, because it won't work unless you set it up right. So make sure you've got it set up, because if this isn't in and I go like this, it won't work. But when I go in here, now it's in. I go in there. That's on speed 2. That's on speed 1. That's on hold. And that's on speed 2. Leave it for about 10 seconds. Now you can use dried breadcrumbs, but I prefer the fresh breadcrumbs. And if you buy a whole loaf, and I've left it out, I'm going to do the whole loaf today later and then put it in bags in the freezer rather than get the machine out all the time. I'm also going to make hummus, so you can look at that video for a minute. So in here, if it's nice and fine, if not, could do it a little bit more. So that should be enough for my three pieces there, hopefully. If not, I can make some more. So now to the chicken. So onto the chopping board, or do it in here. You don't have to do it in the chopping board, you could do it on here so you don't contaminate the chopping board, but normally I do it on the chopping board. I'm going to put it on here. Now I normally do this with my metal still, but that's at school, so I'm just going to push a hole in it. Try and push it in the middle so it don't come out anywhere, because then I'm going to try and stop. Or you can do this with a knife. So you can do this with a small knife, or push it in with something round. You've got a wooden spoon, push it around, make a bit of a hole. Now this one here, I'm going to do something different actually. This one, I'm going to cut in half because I'm going to put cheese in. So I'm going to show you can cut it in half, but with the garlic butter it will melt. So this one here, now it's sort of butterfly, that's called. I've got some cheese and bacon here. So I'm going to tip this on here. So this would be called chicken cordon bleu. Quite often done with ham, cheese and ham. I'm going to do it with bacon, 2 bits of bacon. 2 bits of bacon in there, but the other ones are going to. So you can put other things in there. Normally a steak, also, so I might have to fold this over or cut that bit off or put that on here. I don't mind the fatty bit, so I'm going to leave that in there. So put that in there like that. Then we're going to egg wash and breadcrumb them. So I'm going to mix the flour up. I don't know if you can see that, cameraman. Mix the flour up, so I'm going to flour them all first. That's one floured. And then I'm going to get this one here. These ones, so I'm going to get my piping bag. And also remember where I put my holes in here. I'm going to get my piping bag. So as you can see, that's why I've cut the, once I've finished with the raw chicken, then I can wash my hands. So push that bit in here. Push this, find the hole in here. Now, once it melts, it's going to fall out that hole. So we need to plug the hole. So luckily, I know a way of plugging, or attempting to plug the hole if it works. So we can push as much as we can in there. So we get a little, this chicken fillet bit here. Cut a bit of chicken fillet off. And we're going to like plug the hole. So in here, best we can, not perfectly, but we're going to try and plug it a bit. So if we push that bit in there, it shouldn't come out so easily. So another bit here, plug this hole here. Then these are far better. Look how size big this breast is. When you buy the frozen ones, you hardly get any chicken. It's all like reconstituted chicken. So in here, and I'm going to put a little bit of butter in there. Once it's half cooked, nearly done, I'm going to put the butter all on top. Then I flour them first, all three of them. If you're doing loads of these in a kitchen, like in a big industrial kitchen, they'd have two people doing this, one doing the egging and one doing the breadcrumbing. So I finished with the pepper, move it out of the way. Egging. Now normally, if you're doing it by yourself, you shouldn't get this hand there. See, I've got egg on here, and I've got egg on here. But then when I put it in here, and with this, to make the egg go, there's 2 eggs in there. Maybe that's too much, but what you can do is put a little bit of water in it. Sometimes they do that as well. So as you can see, I'm going to put that back into the flour pot. Then I'm going to cook it in these, but I'm going to fry them first. So I'm going to fry them quickly first. Get the breadcrumbs in. Just quickly put the heat on. I'm going to fry them first. Probably not, the cooker's not put back together, it's making a funny noise. See, look, a nice huge breast. This one here. And then I'm going to fry them. Now you can put them just straight in the oven, but then they look dry. There is a way of doing them straight in the oven. You can either, rather than put them in egg wash, you can actually spread them with mayonnaise, which is very oily, and then put the breadcrumbs on. Or some people melt butter. And as you can see, I'm trying to do it with this hand now, and I've done the exact amount of breadcrumbs, which was good. Not wasted too many. As you can see, nicely coated there. I don't know if you can see all three there. So I'm going to fry these once it heats up. And then I'm going to do them light brown each side. And I'm going to put them in the oven. As you can see, I put the oven on about 165. I'll probably turn it up to about 180 or 175 or something, because I want them cooked in the middle. So you can fry them all the way through if you've got deep fryer, but they're too big breasts. You normally fry first. Now some people put them in the oven. The ones you buy, they've got some fat in this bit here. So sometimes I dip them in some garlic butter, then dip them in breadcrumbs and freeze them. But I freeze them like this, then put them in the bag. Then you can take them straight out of the freezer and cook them without frying them, which saves a bit of hassle. So these here, it's probably not quite heated up, so we're going to come over here. I've also got a jacket potato which I've started in the microwave, which I'm going to put in the oven. And we're going to have jacket potato, and there's some salad here. So these, to see if it's hot, what you can do is sprinkle this in. I'll put the lights on. As you can see, it should be bubbling. So a little bit hotter, so we're going to do it. So while I'm waiting, I'm throwing all my rubbish away. The egg I'm going to use for saying, even though it's a raw chicken, as long as I cook that, that's going to be okay. So I'm going to use this. The chicken, this I finished with, and then I think this is going to be hot here. So turn it round. I'm really going to show you one side, then I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'm going to carry on filming it once it comes out of the oven. So I'm going to just film it for about probably 2 minutes, so it goes a light brown, and then I'm going to turn it over. So Alexa, timer 1 minute 30.
1 minute, starting now.
Oh, so 1 minute. We're going to do 1 minute just to show you actually. So with the machine, while we're waiting for that minute, I'm just going to show you about the breadcrumb machine. This is called a food processor. I've also got, this is the liquidizer, that's good for smoothies, but you could do the same in here. In a minute I'm going to do all these breadcrumbs. Then in my next video I've got hummus to make in a minute, which is made with chickpeas, oil, lemon juice and a thing called tahini, which is made from sesame seed paste. So we're going to see if we can turn it over yet. I know the camera hasn't gone off, but it might not need the whole minute. I've got it on quite high. I could have this a bit low, but I don't want to keep you waiting. So can you see from there? Oh, they're looking a good colour. As you can see, they didn't even need a minute. But then I'm going to finish them in the oven. Need to be 75 degrees. As you can see, they're enormous. These are far, far better quality than you would get in the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish them off about 1 minute, put them in the oven. Then I'm going to probably be 20 minutes in the oven, I reckon. This one might be slightly less. Alexa off. So next time you see these will be coming out the oven. Thank you. We've got some Kievs. As you can see, these are done. I've got a probe here, should be over 75 degrees. These will hopefully be over 75 degrees. One was cooked already, which I'm going to show you. This one here was slightly smaller, so this one came out a few minutes ago. So if you've got different size ones, you have to keep an eye on them. Otherwise some will be cooked and some won't be. So as you can see, it's 82 degrees. I'm going to show you, get that nearer the camera. So, but it's going to be lovely and moist inside. Normally I'd let this cool down a bit before I cut it up. But I'm going to show you. So when we're serving this, sometimes they serve little bits of garlic butter on top. So we can serve a little bit of garlic butter on top when we serve it. So if this was to go on the plate, this comes with a fish slice here. We could drain it off. As you see, that's a huge chicken breast. We put it on there like that, and we can serve it up with a little bit of like garlic butter on there like that. So I don't know if you can see that. So what we're going to do now is, I'm just going to cut one up actually. So this is the cordon bleu. So I'm not going to say there's some nice garlic butter here which I'll be able to use for something. Oh, we've got jacket potatoes, so rather than have butter on it, I'm going to use this garlic butter on the jacket potato that we're serving with it. Then we get a nice knife. Just got the lemon up in, so I'm just going to cut this in half to show you. So as you can see the chicken and ham in there. And we're just going to cut up this one up as well, just to show you how big that is. Look at the size of that chicken breast inside, that one is there. So my son and I, we're going to have half a cordon bleu and half a Kiev. So we'll put them on there, and we're going to have jacket. And on the jacket, like I said, we're going to put and I've got homemade hummus which I've just made on a separate video. Thank you.